Anyway, welcome to everyone. The ExCITE project is now in its final year. It's been running for 3 years. And the aim of the ExCITE project was to develop, to enhance the BJC curriculum, Beauty and Joy of Computing curriculum, by adding robotic activities, robotic computer control activities, so that it was a better fit with the technology and engineering teachers that's our target audience. Over the time, we have had a team of our teachers, lead teachers, two of whom are on the call today, Marnie and Matt. And they've developed a range of robotic activities that are intended to both deliver BJC and also get the students into real-world problem solving using computer-controlled materials. Today's session is the introductory session, which aims to get everyone basically started so that you understand where we're sort of trying to go and how to use the SNAP programming language. And so that's today's goal. Now, I haven't seen Latoya. Actually, looks like she is hooked up. There's a, I don't know. Are you with us, Latoya? I know that she only just received the link, so it may very well be she's just still trying to log in. Well, we'll give Latoya another moment or two before we start. Since this is our final year, we have put in for a scale-up proposal to NSF, and we don't know if we'll be funded. You know, we have our fingers crossed, and down the way we'll actually find out. But even if we're not funded, we work very closely with ITEA. And ITEA are going to continue the work of this project going forward. So we know that that the people who were trained this year as trainers in Prince George's County, in Rico County, and in Carroll County, Maryland, those teachers will be able to work as trainers with ITEA going forward. So there will be summer training available as we move forward in the next year. So, and I see, welcome to your cat there, Malik. At some point, I know Marnie's got kittens, new kittens, so you may very well see kittens flying across the screen in Marnie's house. Matt has got a cat, and I have a cat that is very technologically literate. He walks across the keyboard and turns things on and off regularly. So if I disappear at any one time, you'll be able to blame Fred. So, okay. Now it looks like we've lost Latoya, but we do have, I think it's Denise Jones. So I'm not sure what's happening there. Let's turn that screen off. Let me just check my.
I gave mine catnip this morning, so hopefully they ate a bunch of that, played hard, and they'll go to sleep.
Cool. So how old is the kitten that you've just picked up?
She's somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks old, and he is 2.
Oh my gosh.
And
that is young.
She's fierce. She is absolutely fierce.
That is funny. Okay, so it is Denise Jones. So we're just waiting for Denise there doesn't look like there's any audio for Denise. So are you with us, Denise, by any chance?
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. Good, good. We did have Latoya with us as well, everyone. So, and she seems to have disappeared. So since we've got such a small group, part of me was hoping that we could get perhaps Latoya to join us. I'm going to email her just to see if it's
My power shut down earlier today, so I don't know what happened, but it could be anything.
Yeah, we had storms, dreadful storms yesterday and the day before. We had about probably 7 inches of rain over 2 days. And needless to say, of course, in Hampstead, whenever you get rain like that, the power always goes out. So somebody always drives into a power pole. It's just a matter of when. So, but okay, I think we're now at 9:30. So I think what we're going to do once Richard comes back and Ellen comes back, I know we have Denise. I've emailed whoever was with it, Latoya, to see if she's able to join us. I think what we're going to do now is make a start on the actual program. I'm going to let Marnie and Matt take over from here, but just as a little bit of background, Marnie is one of our lead teachers, as is Matt. We have 5 lead teachers in total. No, we don't. We have 4 now. One has left the education. They've been working with us for these last 3 years. And not only have they helped develop the curriculum, but they've undertaken all of the professional development that's taken place under the ExCITE project umbrella. ExCITE we knew we couldn't create our own curriculum because APCSP curriculum approval process is nightmarish. So we looked for the curriculum that was the most robust and the most easily developed in terms of adding our robotic activities. And Beauty and Joy of Computing, which was developed at Berkeley in California, initially has proved to be probably the best candidate. And we're extremely fortunate in that Marnie Hill, who was a classroom teacher in North Carolina for a number of years, Marnie joined the BJC Professional Development Program at NC State a few years back. And Marnie has been working with us, but she carries, or she wears 2 hats. She is responsible for all of the National Professional Development Program that's run under the aegis of BJC, and also leads the BJC PD for the ExCITE project as well. So we're really fortunate having Marnie on board. Matt Davis is a teacher, a tech ed teacher up in Carroll County, Maryland, one of our lead teachers. Matt has been an absolutely great asset along with the other lead teachers and has done so much to develop a number of the robotic activities. And Matt today will actually be leading you through one of those activities. Hopefully Richard's hummingbird kit will arrive in time. I got an email this morning that says it's out, your kit's out for delivery, as is Ellen's. But as Matt correctly indicated, they'll arrive at 12 minutes. So just went too late to be used. But anyway, I'm going to hand over now to Marnie so that she can get the ball rolling and start the day.
Good morning. I have put the link to the slides in the chat. So if you can go ahead and grab that, there will be links that we'll use throughout the day today. Of course, I'll drop those in the chat, or Matt will drop those in the chat. Somebody will drop them in the chat as we go through, so it's easier for you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. So what we have now is ExCITE PD day 0. We are starting at 0, like most computer science things start, but BJC You'll Learn starts at 1. So I wanted to let you know that this is going to help you when you get into the PD, just to make sure you're signed in and you know a little bit about what's going to be happening and can play a little bit before you come. You can play with the curriculum a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to leave my slides like this because I'm going to be clicking on links to move into other, actually, you know, I'll just do it bigger. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. All right. We've had office hours. So we've talked about who we are and everything like that, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Marnie Hill. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I work for North Carolina State University. I am the national coordinator for the Beauty and Joy of Compute, well, national program manager for the Beauty and Joy of Computing Professional Development. And I work with ExCITE with their professional development. Also, I will be getting to teach a little bit next year. I'm going to be doing an online course with BJC and so the APCSP and cybersecurity. So that's me. And we're going to go ahead and kind of do these introductions. We have a small group, so this should go well. I'm going to get our introductions out of the way, and then I'll talk with the other parts of the group. Matt, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, please?
I can do that. I'm Matt Davis, and I'm in Carroll County, Maryland, which is a bit north of Baltimore and DC. I like to say that if you're leaving Washington and want to go to Gettysburg, you're coming right through Carroll County, to give you a little geography. And I've been at South Carroll High School for the last 27 years and have been teaching either business or tech ed for the last 29 years, and have been working with the rest of the folks in my county to develop the computer science program that's just started in the last 5 or 6 years in the tech ed department for the state of Maryland. Other than that, I'm not very interesting. So Marnie, I'm back to you.
You are super interesting, but you'll learn more about him later. Tony, can you go ahead and say your spiel? I think you might have said your spiel, but do your spiel.
Pretty much. I'm a visiting scholar at Hofstra University, and previously, until I retired, I was technology director in Saginaw Public Schools in Saginaw, Michigan. And you probably can tell from my accent that I'm from the deep south. So England, however. Okay, thank you.
All right, so now we're going to go to the next person on my screen, and that is Richard. You're muted.
I was trying to take my mute off. It was wrestling me, making me laugh. I'm Richard Clemens. I'm currently a secondary teacher at George Washington Middle School, and there's talks of moving me over to the high school in the coming year as it stands right now. But I have some other opportunities coming in the pipe. I saw this opportunity to learn more about robots. I just made this part of my teaching now. It's the ExCITE bot. And so just trying to take it in another direction to understand it and allow the students to engage in it more. I don't know if I'm talking too much, but that's pretty much, I've been teaching for 10 years, but I'm a career switcher. I was a not computer teacher. I worked at the Hershey Foods Company a long time ago. Then they paid for me to get my teaching certificate. The company was going through some changes, and I saw that they basically put our data center up on the cloud. So I just went into teaching, been doing that. But I took a break. Then I was a government contractor, and I taught grown-ups how to use computers. So it was a unique opportunity. But because of COVID, I came back. So I'm back on 2 years of teaching. So kind of wasn't a teacher and career switched to teaching. I went back into corporate America, and then now I'm back teaching again. And I'm planning on finishing out. So I want to build up. And I know we have a shortage of STEM professionals in the States. And these are very lucrative opportunities for the kids. And hopefully with you all's help, I'll be able to shed some light and plant some seeds and help out in that regard.
Awesome. Thank you. Good to meet you. Our next one is Helen. You're next on my list.
My name's actually Ellen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you had a Ellen Harp, and my ADHD brain just put the H on the Ellen.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm also a career switcher. I actually went to Carnegie Mellon for electrical engineering, and I worked as an engineer for AT&T. Then I moved to Rochester, New York, which is where I live now. My husband convinced me to move here, and I didn't really want to come to the snow belt, but here I am. So we've been married for like 40 years. It's crazy. But anyway, so I came here. I worked as a design engineer for Eastman Kodak, and Eastman Kodak was doing very well when I first started here, and it was really just a great place to work. It was so fun. It was like its own city, but they were kind of antiquated in some of their ideas, so they decided to stick with the chemical side of photography, and that kind of trashed the company as digital photography kind of took over. So anyway, so I took a retirement package from them, which included, they had already sent me to go for my master's in computer science at the University of Rochester. And I took the retirement package, which gave me a grant to finish my master's. So that was like a big, long harangue. Once I got my master's, one of my own kids convinced me to teach this computer class at their school because they had a room full of computers and no teacher. And he was like, "Mom, you could do this. Come on, Mom." And I didn't want to, right? So that was the beginning. So that was 22 years ago now I've been teaching. So I teach technology ed, and our department is in the midst of a big shift. Some of the older professionals are retiring. You know, we have like a lot of people leaving the profession here. I don't know if that's elsewhere, but anyway, where I am, a lot of people are leaving, retiring, and it's forcing a change in the curriculum. So I'm proposing more electronics, more robotics, more emphasis on computer science, and less on some of the things that have been traditionally part of more of an industrial arts focus. So I'm very interested in this. I actually taught robotics all year this past year, and it was really great. It was a great experience. So I'm really excited about this.
Okay, wonderful to meet you. And the next one is Malik.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Malik Thompson. I teach with Richmond Public Schools at the Richmond Technical Center. I teach part of the Governor's STEM Academy. It was actually something I graduated from back in high school, and during my 4 years at Virginia State University, I was studying mechanical engineering technology, and I had like basically like every summer I would always participate with RPS through like our Title I program as a tutor, and then during the school year I'll always come back and try to like help out my like my program basically, because they did help me get a lot of opportunities while I was in college. Well, like the knowledge I learned in it helped me get like basically helped me get into a whole lot of different opportunities once I got to college. And I started teaching back in 2019. I was a permanent substitute for a teacher in the program that I never met before, but like everybody else was cool with him. Like a lot of my old teachers I got to work with, so it was kind of cool, and like everything was real nice. I was permanent sub until COVID came. Back in, I think it was March of 2020, I believe. That's when they started shutting everything down. They went and sent me on home, let me get paid the whole time. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. So ended up finding out that he did end up like leaving from Public Schools. I ended up getting put on as a teacher, as a full-time teacher. I've been teaching Project Lead the Way curriculum for engineering design development. I do more CAD stuff. I think what kind of got me into this was I just kind of more or less saw the opportunity to learn more stuff, honestly. And it is something that interests me, and it's something that I know I can utilize that information either in this field or somewhere else, because I know like things are definitely changing in like the educational field. And what I was expecting, it's not that. And unfortunately, it seems like as far like, I don't know if it's funding, I don't know if it's politics, I don't know if it's like administration, I don't know, but something is just, it's not sitting too well. So I'm gonna more than likely start looking around for other opportunities, but I'm gonna definitely do one more year with RPS. And after that, hey, sky's the limit.
All right, wonderful to meet you. And Miss Jones, what is your first name? Oh, you muted yourself. There you go.
Denise,
Hi, Denise. Hi.
good morning. I'm not sure what's going on with my video. I've been playing around while others were introducing themselves to try to get it up. So if it comes in, it comes in. If not, I apologize. But good morning to all. I am Denise Jones. I am a career and technical education teacher with Richmond Public Schools. I am a career switcher. I was in the corporate business finance world, and I've been teaching for about 16 years. I saw this opportunity to learn something new, hopefully to be able to share that with my students. And as some have stated, especially with STEM, you know, that's a lot that's going on for a lot of our students, you know, really don't know a lot about it. I don't know a lot about it, but however, I am willing to learn. So again, I thought this would be a great opportunity to add some more knowledge and then be able to give back. So that's why I'm interested in taking this training.